Hey Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading for October 29th through November 4th. We're going to do a general reading as always, just see what's going on for you guys in the week ahead. And we're going to pull a card for love. I'm also doing a love video for Capricorns for the month of November in just a couple of days. So if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button, and then you'll get a notice when that video is up. Really do appreciate the subscriptions, guys. Let's jump right in here and see what's happening. So here's your Monday, Tuesday for Capricorn, your Wednesday, Thursday, your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and your love card. There's your love card. Okay. Seven of Pentacles is coming up in the beginning of the work, Capricorn. So some of you maybe are like, oh God, Monday, and you're going in and you're feeling overworked. And some of you maybe are not feeling a whole lot of joy about your work, or you're feeling like things are a little bit tedious. So some of you are kind of really considering a different way of doing things, or maybe not looking for another job, but like looking for ways to move up or do something more exciting or more challenging. I feel some of you are not being satisfied with the kind of work that you're doing. I know in the past a lot of things have come up as far as like some of you have been having issues with coworkers, or you don't like the environment that you're working in. But right now in the beginning of this week, it just feels more like you guys are feeling like, look, like I wouldn't even mind being around these people if I just enjoyed what I was doing more, if I was doing something more challenging. So I do think that some of you are beginning to try to come up with some kind of plan or some kind of approach, maybe not to like get a promotion, but to transfer over into something different, you know. Maybe trying to figure out what you would need, what requirements are needed for you to either get hired somewhere else doing something related but a little bit more of a step up, or, you know, transferring to a different department or something within the company that you're working for. Some of you have been putting a lot of work into a business. Some of you are self-employed or are trying to be self-employed, and you've been putting a lot of work into some kind of side venture or side business. And I think a lot of you are going to really be taking a look at it and finding ways to think smarter, not harder. So finding ways to be more efficient in how you're getting this business off the ground. Your Wednesday, Thursday here is Two of Swords. So some of you, as you're really realizing how unhappy you are and that you're wanting to move forward, some of you, unfortunately, are ignoring it. You're like, well, I'm just gonna, maybe it'll get better. Maybe it won't feel so crappy after a while. Maybe I'll like it eventually. Maybe these people will, you know, not get on my nerves as much. Maybe this work won't feel tedious. And so some of you are turning a blind eye. Turning a blind eye to something, and it's not going to be good for you, my friends, because anytime we turn a blind eye to something, eventually the universe will intervene. And when the universe intervenes, that's when we have, like, you know, the poop hitting the fan, or the, you know, the tower card moments. And it's not because you're being punished, but because the universe is just trying to say, like, look, we're trying to help you. We're trying to show you that this is a stuck place for you. This isn't good for you. And we want you to be happy. So we're just trying to help move you along, you know, mosey along here. So some of you are in that energy midweek where you're just wanting to ignore whatever it is. Like maybe if I just, like an ostrich with my head in the sand, if I close my eyes, it'll go away. And this is saying, don't do that. Don't do that. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is the Four of Pentacles. So again, some of you aren't happy with what's going on. You're like not wanting to move forward about it. You're hoping it's going to get better. And then you're clinging very tightly to what is. Okay, so maybe you're really beginning to get defensive or a little bit paranoid. Are people trying to push me out of work? Are people trying to, like, to me, this is very much like claiming your space and just being like, mine, 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 mine. Some of you are having issues with money where you're really, really going to the other extreme and really, you know, pinching the pennies a little bit too tight, right? Or some of you are so afraid about your financial situation that you're not giving yourself permission to look for another job, even though you're absolutely miserable, because you just have this fear that this other job won't work out and you really need the money right now. So this would be a good time to do some kind of affirmation work to help get you in a place of faith as opposed to a place of fear. And being in a place of faith doesn't mean making stupid decisions and just, oh, I have faith it's going to work out. You're making educated decisions. You're making conscious, careful decisions. You're making sure that you have a safety net, that your next move is planned. But you're moving forward in faith and believing that things are going to work out, and you're believing in your ability within yourself to do well, right? So, you know, being in faith could be updating that resume and applying for a job and having a job offer and taking it. You know, I don't mean just quit your job on the spot and have faith that things will be okay, because chances are it could be a while before you're working again. So that's not the way faith works. We don't do reckless things when we have faith. We just have faith as we're being responsible and moving forward and making new decisions. So, your love card for the week, Capricorn, is the Fool. Some of you are going off in like a new adventure. I feel some of you Capricorns, either you're feeling like a bit of a siren, or you're being pulled to a bit of a siren. And I use siren in the term of like, you know, in the old kind of you know, stories, the sirens were the mermaids that would sing these songs that would hypnotize the sailors, and they would crash into like the rocks and they would die because there's a beautiful mermaid singing this song, and they would just be hypnotized and they would, you know, like end up crashing to their deaths because of this hypnosis. So some of you might be feeling very sexy or very attractive or very mysterious. You may feel like just energetically you're pulling people into your life, and maybe before you may have been very judgmental of yourself or very kind of critical about where the situation may go, where the relationship may go. And in this time, you may just be like, I just want to be adored. I'm just looking to be adored. I deserve to be adored. And you're bringing that kind of shift into your life. For other ones of you Capricorns, especially those of you who are not female, and who date females, or maybe if you are female but you date it, whatever. Those of you who are dating females, you may be encountering a siren type, you know, female, where you're being very drawn into somebody, and they may be very different from what you're used to, and you may still have fears about, oh, well, what if this person's playing me, or what if they're gonna hurt me? But you're kind of like, okay, well, I'm gonna go through with it anyway, and I kind of know what I'm getting into, but I'm gonna be open to what happens, and if I crash, I'll bounce back up. You know, so some of you are kind of like feeling a little bit more gutsy in the love department is what I'm saying. But for some reason, you know, the Fool card is not necessarily a card about mermaids or sirens or hypnosis, but for some reason, intuitively, that's kind of what I'm picking up here with this card for a lot of you Capricorns. That's the message that is coming in. Now, it's not going to be the same for every single one of you, so be sure that you check out your moon sign and rising sign. It could be different. Oh, and one thing I want to point out, because this is major arcana, some of you are dealing with a soulmate coming in. But this soulmate, because it's the Fool and it's like a new journey and it's a very early part of the journey, it could just be somebody who's helping you get onto the next kind of level in your love life, or like go up a grade or go up a tier in your love life. So this might not be the person who is going to be your forever person, but they might be getting you on the right path, getting you to the energy where you need to be to bring in your person. I think that for Capricorns, a lot of you, what this card is saying is that your life lessons right now and your soulmate contracts and soulmates who come in to teach you lessons, it's been through pain. It's been through like regrets. It's been through like feeling taken advantage of, or it's been through like, you know, somebody coming in and breaking your heart and not being faithful. And this soulmate who's coming in that has a contract with you for a lesson is going to teach you through joy, is going to teach you through positive experiences, is going to teach you through happiness, right? Because in the past, all of your soulmates have given you this really heavy experience, and you've been like, nope, I don't want to feel this way anymore. No, thank you, no more, I'm done. And that's the way you learn, and that's the way you grow. But this soulmate who's coming in is bringing you joy and happiness. And you're like, you know what? I like this. More of this, please. Yes. And you're not so terrified about, like, you know, if you're going to have this person in your life forever or not. You're a little bit more open about, you know, whatever is meant to be is going to happen. And you're just enjoying the good that's coming from it. And you're saying, I like this. I want more of this in my love life. So, guys, check out your moon sign and rising sign. Let me know if you need a private reading. Go ahead and check out the description. I've got readings starting as low as $5. And don't forget, guys, free card of the day on Facebook and Instagram, AmethystAngelLight. Like the Facebook page. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. Hit subscribe, and you will get a notice when the love video is up in a couple of days. Take care, my friends. Till next week.